Simón Bolívar, 1783 to 1830, is one of the most celebrated figures in Latin American history, often referred to as El Libertador, the Liberator. His visionary leadership and tireless efforts in the early 19th century were instrumental in the liberation of several South American countries from Spanish colonial rule. Bolivar's dream of a united and independent South America was embodied in the creation of Gran Colombia, a short-lived political entity comprising modern-day Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Panama, and parts of Peru and Guyana. This essay explores Bolivar's life, his revolutionary ideals, and his role in the creation and eventual dissolution of Gran Colombia. Early life and revolution. Simón Bolívar was born on July 24, 1783, in Caracas, in what was then the Captaincy General of Venezuela, part of the Spanish Empire. Born into a wealthy Creole family, Bolívar enjoyed a privileged upbringing. However, the early loss of his parents left him under the care of influential tutors, including Simón Rodriguez, who introduced him to Enlightenment ideal. These teachings deeply influenced Bolívar's political philosophy, inspiring his vision of liberty, equality, and justice. In 1799, Bolívar traveled to Europe, where he witnessed the political upheavals of the Napoleonic Wars. His experiences in France and his exposure to revolutionary ideas further solidified his commitment to independence. During a visit to Rome in 1805, Bolívar famously vowed to dedicate his life to liberating his homeland from Spanish rule. The Napoleonic invasion of Spain in 1808 created a power vacuum in Spanish America, providing an opportunity for independence movements to emerge. In 1810, a revolutionary junta was established in Caracas, marking the beginning of Venezuela's fight for independence. Bolívar, then a young officer, quickly rose to prominence as a leader of the revolutionary cause. Bolivar's military campaigns spanned nearly 2 decades and were marked by a series of triumphs and setbacks. After initial successes, the First Venezuelan Republic was overthrown in 1812, forcing Bolivar to flee. However, he regrouped and issued the Cartagena Manifesto in 1812, outlining his revolutionary strategy and calling for unity among the colonies. In 1813, Bolívar launched the Admirable Campaign, which temporarily restored Venezuelan independence. However, internal divisions and counterattacks by royalist forces led to the collapse of the Second Republic. Undeterred, Bolívar sought support from Haiti, whose president, Alexandre Pétion, provided arms and soldiers in exchange for Bolívar's promise to abolish slavery in liberated territories. The liberation of Gran Colombia. By 1819, Bolívar's fortunes began to change. He led a daring campaign across the Andes Mountains, culminating in the decisive Battle of Boyacá on August 7, 1819. This victory secured the independence of New Granada, modern-day Colombia, and paved the way for the creation of Gran Colombia. Gran Colombia was formally established in December 1819 at the Congress of Angostura, with Bolívar as its first president. The federation initially included Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador, with Panama joining later. Bolívar envisioned Gran Colombia as a unified and democratic state that could serve as a model for the rest of Latin America. He believed that unity was essential for resisting external threats and fostering economic and political stability. Challenges to unity. Despite Bolívar's aspirations, Gran Colombia faced significant challenges from the outset. The vast geographic expanse of the territory, combined with cultural and regional differences, made governance difficult. Additionally, Bolívar's centralist vision clashed with the federalist ideals held by many regional leaders, including his former ally, Francisco de Paula Santander. Economic difficulties and political instability further strained the federation. The independence wars had devastated the region, leaving it with a fragile economy and a weakened infrastructure. Moreover, personal rivalries and ideological divisions among the leadership undermined Bolívar's authority. Bolívar's later years. Bolívar spent much of the 1820s attempting to consolidate Gran Colombia and extend its influence. He led military campaigns that liberated Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia, the latter named in his honor. In 1824, he achieved one of his greatest victories at the Battle of Ayacucho, which effectively ended Spanish rule in South America. Despite these successes, Bolívar faced growing opposition at home. His attempts to centralize power and his appointment as dictator in 1828 alienated many of his supporters. An assassination attempt in Bogota that same year highlighted the deep divisions within the Federation. By 1830, the dream of Gran Colombia was unraveling. Regional leaders, frustrated with Bolívar's leadership, declared independence for their respective territories. Venezuela and Ecuador seceded, leaving Colombia and Panama as the remnants of the Federation. Disillusioned and in poor health, Bolívar resigned from the presidency and planned to retire to Europe. However, he died of tuberculosis on December 17, 1830, at the age of 47. Legacy of Simón Bolívar. Simón Bolívar's legacy is profound and enduring. He is celebrated as a national hero in the countries he helped liberate, and his ideals of freedom and unity continue to inspire movements for social and political change. However, Bolívar's vision of a united South America remains unrealized, with the dissolution of Gran Colombia serving as a cautionary tale about the challenges of regional integration. Bolívar's writings, including his letter from Jamaica, 1815, and his speeches at the Congress of Angostura, reveal his deep commitment to liberty, equality, and republican government. However, they also reflect his pragmatic understanding of the need for strong leadership in the face of political and social instability. This duality has made Bolívar a complex and sometimes controversial figure, admired for his ideals but criticized for his authoritarian tendencies. Simón Bolívar and the liberation of Gran Colombia represent a pivotal chapter in Latin American history. Bolívar's extraordinary leadership and unwavering dedication to independence transformed the political landscape of the continent, laying the groundwork for the emergence of modern nation-states. While Gran Colombia ultimately failed, its brief existence highlighted the potential and challenges of regional unity in a diverse and complex region. Bolívar's dream of a united and free South America remains a powerful symbol of hope and resilience, ensuring his place as one of history's great liberators.